Hi everyone, it's Deepa here from New Zealand. Just once again presenting some locos and rolling stock that I've discovered over the last few weeks as I'm repacking the attic. Today I've got the R157C set, which is the blue, I think it's class 101 railcar set. It didn't come with a centre coach. As far as I know, they didn't actually make a centre coach for this, but I have made one up by painting a green composite coach, which is sort of in the style of the railcar power and dummy cars. So the only thing I've got to do is just match up that roof colouring a little bit better. But anyway, there it is, and that set will be running on the outside track. My Hornby Dublo 2218 264 tank engine is on the second track. That's going to be going on the inclined section of the layout. And this green loco is in fact a class 37 made by Hornby, I think in around about 1965-66, in this green colour with the yellow strip at the front. They changed over to the, I presume, electric blue next, and then rail blue following that. So there are a few different versions of that, but this is one of the earlier ones, and so I thought I'd give that a try as well. So the railcar is just running as a 3-car set. The 264 is pulling some southern region Hornby Dublo coaches, and the diesel is going to be pulling some Pullman coaches, and these are a mixture of Wren and Hornby Dublo. I do have some Triang Pullman coaches as well, but I don't think they look quite as realistic as these ones, so I thought we'd put those on anyway. So let's get things started. I'll start off with the railcar. None of these things seem to like my pico points that much, even though the Hornby model of this railcar of course came from the day of System 6 track, and so has not got quite such deep wheel flanges, but even so I seem to have a little bit of a grumble over those points. Anyway, that's off. I haven't tried these out, so this is going to be a bit of a sort of recording of a failure as well as a success potentially. Hopefully not though. These Hornby Dublo locos run beautifully, and that one in particular is a nice smooth runner, and it's got enough power to get up the incline section, I think, with those 4 coaches. It may have to need a little bit of further power to get it up there, but we'll follow that round in a minute. And I'll start the diesel. And that's on Super 4 track, which is steel track. So of course it's got the benefit of the adhesion magnets that are fitted to that loco, allowing considerably greater grip on the track. Rail car's just coming around as well. So I'll give those a run, not at excessive speed, shall we say, for the moment, and see what happens. It'll be a nice sort of warm-up lap, I guess. I'm just going to come around to see what's happened to the tank engine, and there it is. So it's managed the incline. On Mr. Diesel. And the rail car is just coming behind. So 1 lap without issue, which means that I can increase their speeds a little bit. interesting that these two coaches have detached from the rest of the train over there, so I'll just stop the running on track 2 and reverse that train so that we can pick those up again. I can only assume the Dublo couplings, being a hook type coupling, perhaps had some difference in the vertical alignment, which can happen over time, I've discovered, and didn't like the dip in the layout there. So we'll just see if that works okay now. I'm pleased I saw that. Some of you may recall a previous video where the coach detached itself and the loco struck it. Just increase the speed of this loco a bit to a more realistic speed, I suppose, for an intercity express. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I'll just see if that tank engine that we're approaching is actually going to make it round now. I think it is. Just want to keep an eye out on that coach to make sure it doesn't detach again. So far so good. By the way, that coach that did detach, this one here, is a restaurant car which I converted to make a replica of the 4072 model that was never produced by Hornby Dublo because of their financial problems, but that was made from a very poor condition Great Western Railway restaurant car, 4070, and I found paint to match it, or at least close to matching it, and just got to put the decals onto that, and the transfers and so on, to make sure that it looks at least somewhat realistic. And because of the poor nature of that chassis, it may well be that that's the one which has got a bit of a deformed coupler perhaps, which is what's letting go sometimes when coming around here. So I'll just keep an eye on that again. No, so far so good. Looks like everything's running quite nicely today. Good news. And it's nice to be able to run these locos and wagons again. I'll bring them to a halt on the next run, and I think we can call that a successful outing. Stop the tank loco first and wind the other ones down as they come along. And there we have it. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you are enjoying these videos, and if you are, then please do give a like to the video so that it can be seen by more people. If you're interested in these videos and haven't looked at my other videos that I've made, they're all in relation to model trains. If you have a look at the very first one, in actual fact, which is of a couple of Rivarossi mallet locos, that was taken on my original pre-lockdown layout, and you'll be able to see the extent of it, which essentially was that this part was the same this part was largely the same, although I think I may have had some 3-rail tracks set up at that time, but it finished here, and the locos basically curved around from here and went that way. So all the rest of it is post-lockdown additions, which have been made using existing materials. We weren't allowed to go out to buy building supplies, so that was all built just with existing materials, and it's worked out fine. But actually, if you want to see what the original layout looked like, it was that is on the very first video that I produced. It should be on the list of videos, I presume, in order. So please have a look at those. There are some interesting things on there, and there obviously are a few more items that I've got to dig out and put on track. If you have any suggestions, please go ahead and make a comment, and I'll see what I can do. But once again, thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you and goodbye.